Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you all are doing well. Today I wanted to just work in my little mini journal. I have been so inspired by Janet Nash. She has a video and I will put the link below. If you don't subscribe to her channel and you like junk journaling and jelly plating and slow stitching, you need to subscribe to her channel. She is just amazing and she's got such a pleasant voice to listen to and a lovely dog named Freddie who she always shows in her videos. She's just a wonderful lady and I love her channel. This little journal is one, I made a video on making these little journals. I only made 2 of them. This is the first one that I made. And as you can see, the cover here, this is not the binding. The binding is actually sewn and cloth covered. This is just decoration, this part here. And it's come loose. And the reason is because I was spreading this open like this. This was the first of these journals that I made, and it was totally my fault because I put this binding or this piece, decorative piece, on way too tight. So it didn't have room to expand when I opened and closed it. So I'm going to work on it a little bit, and then as it gets a little more gator mouth, then I'll glue this back down. But it has nothing to do with the integrity of the pages. They are securely sewn in. They are, the signatures are machine stitched together, then they are hand stitched. All 10 of the signatures are hand stitched together, and then there is cloth covering the whole binding here, and then these are covered also holding it together. So this is just decorative right here, but my fault that I had put it on too tight. Anyway, Janet has this little video with little junk journals, and she's very tactile like I am. I love to feel things. I love to hold things. Like this journal, the little size of it is just so lovely, and all the different pages, this is literally scrap paper that I took out of my scrapbook. You'll see it's all different sizes, different papers, tiny pieces, all different textures. So I thought I'd just turn the camera on and maybe do a little bit of gluing. I have done a couple pages. Like most of my journals, it's never done until I say it's done, so I always have the right to add more to the page. But as Janet said with her journal, that it's not for anybody else, it's really just for yourself and you know, for you to look at. So you don't even have to show them to anybody. But I thought I'd just go ahead and maybe do some plain. Now what I was going to use, I have this lovely little dish of just odds and ends on my desk here, just bits of paper and fabric and, you know, just all kinds of stuff. And I have this little bin here that has a few bits of paper and maybe some little focal points in it. That I've been playing with, and then I've got some ink here that I might do some stamping. Oh yeah, and then I have these, I'll link the video in the end card. I made myself all these little paper labels out of textbook or out of text block from a book I took apart. So I'll put that video so I have some of those little things. So I'm just going to really play and have some fun. I want to use up some of this stuff here, and this is really art therapy. I mean, I don't even know if I want to call it the word therapy. It's not like I'm trying to I don't have an issue, you know, that I need to resolve or anything. Not that I know of anyway, but just, okay, it's art play is what it is, not therapy. It's just art play. So I'm just, for no rhyme or reason other than using up this stuff in this little box, I'm going to just glue some stuff down. And if you've seen my videos with my nature journals and my junk journal, you kind of know that this is the way I go. I just glue stuff down in layers, and then, you know, as the layers build up, and then I might just call that quits. I have used some of this paper in here, but I love this one so much. This, I believe, yeah, this came from Dollar Tree, and it's kind of like a tie-dye. And I do have some in here, but I think I'm going to put some more because, you know, why not? Why not? And, you know I've watched enough videos. I've watched hundreds of videos of different creators to know that we all have these little bins and boxes on our desk where we just have these little scraps and we just don't know what to do with them. We don't want to throw them away, so we just put them in a little bin on our desk with hopes to use them one day. And that's exactly what I'm doing, is using up some of these little things. And like I said, no particular rhyme or reason. This one I did yesterday. I'll show you. It was just basically a little stamped cactus piece that I put in here and made it a little pocket. And then I put this feather that I had found on a walk. I just tucked it in the pocket. And then this is just a vellum leaf off of a piece of paper that I had in here. And I thought, oh, well, I'll cut that off. And so I made a little pocket to put my little leaf and my little feather in there. Now the feather, you know, isn't going to fall apart, but if I did use a real leaf, you know, it probably would start to disintegrate and fall apart. This little piece I just stuck on here is just a little piece of ledger paper for no other reason, but I do have this little specimen tag, and I wrote figure 1 on it in my video that I'll link at the end. And so this would be a perfect place for me to just put here, because these are kind of nature things. Just like that. Like that. All right. And I, like, you know, I'll probably go and add more stuff to it at some other time, but, you know, just trying to use up some of this stuff. Now my cloths and stuff, most of these I will use on top. And this thing, this clump of threads from fabrics that I've, you know, torn and then taken this off the edges, that's something like an embellishment I'd add more at the end. But I've got all these little scraps here, and like here's just this little piece here. And just for no reason, this looks nice here, so I might just put that there. And this is actually cardstock. I think this is from a scrapbook pad. So I'm gonna actually let me use a wet glue on this, because I don't trust the glue stick on this. So I hope, you know, it doesn't have to be a tiny little journal, but tiny little journals are fun to work in because there's no pressure. You don't have a big wide open space to fill, and they're easy to take with you if you're going somewhere. Okay, now that's odd. Why did that just happen? Okay, so Janet's video. Excuse me. I had Janet's video up on my computer, and I didn't realize my mouse was there, and I clicked it, and her video came on. So that's what you heard in the background. Yeah, so even like fabric strips like this. Let me just, it's a little, well, you know, it is fun to have things going up, and, you know, I'm going to do the whole thing. I think what I'm going to have to do, oh, I just got glue all over my tripod, is put the glue down and then put the fabric on top, because this fabric has like a knot in it, or had a knot in it, and it's, okay, Helen, put the glue up right, okay, to have some fabric hanging over the bottom and top, because like Janet's in her video, I want this very, very tactile, you know, like just so you can feel the pages and stuff. Now I've got this cute thing. This is just a book page that I took, obviously punched 2 things out of. So let's just put that some, oh, that might be cool on this page. See, this page here is just a painty paper that was on my desk, you know, one of the painty papers that we have. And maybe just starting out by putting this on would be cool. I'm not looking to really make a composition. I'm just going to let the compositions happen as they will. I mean, like one page, I'm not going to like do a whole page. Like I said, I'm just gluing bits and bobs here and there as I think they look good. Now this is, I'm gluing onto, I might have to re-glue this. I'm gluing onto this paper, this book page, onto acrylic paint. which is plastic, as you know, so you really have to use a lot of glue to get that to stick down. But I mean, I think that's cool, right? I mean, maybe that doesn't do it for you, but just get out a book and just start gluing some bits and bobs together. I did see, I've got this really fun fabric. Look at this. This is like a little vintagey fabric here. That would be really fun to maybe make a tab off this fabric like this. So let's go ahead and do that. Even though I have nothing on the page, I'm just going to put a tab down there, because I think that that would be really cute to have that on there. And see, I do have another piece, so I can use another piece somewhere else. Oh, look, now here's this little card. It's a Christmas card, but it's not, this one, it doesn't look too Christmassy. It's, I guess that's supposed to be like a dove with pine cones and pine cone and pine. He would actually kind of look good on that page. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to make a composition per se, but I don't want it to be a total disaster that, you know, it just is a mess and doesn't look like anything. But his colors are good with that fabric. So I'm just going to rough cut him out and maybe glue him on. And yeah, I think I'm just going to glue him on right now, just because I like his colors. And all of these things in this little bin on my desk most likely have been in a video that I've made, because this is just where everything goes to live until I use it again after I've cut and whatever. So yeah, I'm just putting him on there, and there's plenty of room for me to add more to this page. But I think that that's good right there, like that. So let's see what else we have in here. Don't you have some place like this where you just have different things? Now this is really cool. This is I think this might be handmade paper, or what do they call this paper? It's got like threads in it. Oh, there's a name for it. I can't think of what it is. What is the name of this kind of paper? Is it mulberry paper? It might be. Now I'm going to see if I can stick it with the glue stick. I'm not sure if I can, but I'll give it a go, and I am going to let it hang off the edges. It feels really nice though. Let's put that right in the middle. Let's put that right there in the middle. Now I did get some on this top here, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and glue it and flip it over on the top, just because I don't want it to glue my book. Yeah, and I did on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and tuck both the bottom. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see me. Both the bottom and top over. But there. And see, that feels really good. And I've got this stamp here. Goes this way. USA. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this might be celebrating some Chinese New Year. I'm not sure. It's got like firecrackers, so I'm assuming that's what it is for. It is a USA Forever stamp. But let me just tear some of the regular white on. It does have the cancellation on it. Let's just add that. Let's just add that too. And I just love doing this. And there doesn't have, you know, this kind of book, doesn't have to be any purpose to it other than having fun gluing stuff together. You know, if you want to make compositions and plan everything out, you could certainly do that. But sometimes, you know, because I do a lot of crafting for sale, my junk journals and stuff, I take them very, very seriously, and I work very hard on those things to make them perfect, and, you know, whatever. It's fun sometimes just to get some stuff down for, you know, imperfectly. This is a piece of that Tim Holtz wallpaper. I don't think it's real wallpaper, but he sure did capture the feeling and texture if it's not. You know, they did a good job replicating real wallpaper. So I'm just going to put this little piece down, I think, if I can get my glue to come out. Come on, glue. There we go. Problem is, if I don't turn the bottle upside down, it kind of globs out. And again, this is a piece that is a little bit more textured. So, oh, yeah, you know, and I glued that in upside down, but I don't even care. The flowers are going downwards, these blue ones in between. But that's fine. And can you hear that? It actually sounds like wallpaper. What else do we have in here? There's so much stuff in here. Ooh, this is fun. We'll have to stick this in somewhere. This is a piece of my painty paper here. That'll have to go in somewhere. Did that go in with this one here? Oh, let's see. What about on the other side of that? Maybe that will go with that, because it does, I don't know if you can tell, it does have a little bit of orange in it. Let's go ahead and put that on the other side of that one we worked on. I'm sorry, all my stuff is taking up so much room here. I'm having trouble staying in frame, and I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and just take this piece and stick it here. Now, Janet used her little ones as a positive quote journal. You could certainly do that. Positive quotes, you could do it for scripture, affirmations, whatever you want, you know. I'm going to use this little piece too, next to it right here, like that. See, I can't even get rid of that tiny little scrap. Who else is like this? Who else saves pieces that small? Please help vindicate me that I'm not the only one who does that. Because I always think, oh, well, I could use that. Yeah, I could use that. So let me just stick this on here, like this. And just stick thing. I so love just gluing things to glue things, you know, gluing paper to paper. Now I do have this, I stamped some butterflies, I hope you can see that. Some butterflies in tissue paper here. Let's see if we can maybe find a place for one of these little guys here. Now if I had my paintbrush handy, I could tear around him a lot better. But I don't have it, and I don't want to get up and get it. So I'm just going to tear around him like this. He's blue. I don't know if you can see that because I'm in the land of terrible lighting right now. Oh, he might look here. This is another piece of my painting paper right here. It's like that, something that, oh no, you know what this is? This is a brayer rub-off piece. But it's got blue in it, and he's blue, so maybe we'll just put him there. And because he's tissue paper, I'm going to actually glue the book and not him, because I'm afraid I would tear him if I tried to stick him. Let's see here if I can raise him up a tiny bit where I put the glue. Like this. You see that? And he's sticking up a little bit on the top, but I don't think I even care. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Now he did get a little bit. I should have had, I don't have my wipes with me here, but I do have an extra little piece of tissue paper. I just need to wipe this right here because it's a little sticky. I'm afraid I'll glue my book together. How long are we gone? 19 minutes. Okay, maybe I'll just do a tiny little bit more here. Oh, I've got this. This is a piece of, well, it's like this. These are pieces of fly leaf from an old book. See, I've got to be careful that I'm not gluing my papers together. You know what? I could put that right in the middle there and then put something else on there. I've got this cute little cat paper. This is wrapping paper, some old wrapping paper. So I'm just going to put this there. And he is laying on a rock, but now he looks like he's laying on the top of this little piece of paper here. And again, I want to be careful that I'm going to trim this off just because it's got glue on it. I don't want to glue my pages together. Maybe maybe he would look good with some of this thread stuff underneath him, like just to put it here. Look, it's sticking to me because I'm all gluey. Maybe I could just put that there. I think I will, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to staple that on. I haven't done anything on this other page here, so whatever I do, it will cover the staples, so I won't have to worry about that. So I'm just going to staple this fuzzy stuff on. And see, if I fluff it up like that, you can hardly even see that the staples are there. So I'm just going to keep on doing this, but I'm not going to keep keeping you watching me, because I really want to encourage you to get out one of your journals. It doesn't matter if it's a tiny journal or a big journal or a composition book or even a notepad, you know, just to get some fun pieces of paper, some scraps. You know, if you have nothing, if you've never done even crafting before, then, you know, go through your trash can and look for mail, like bright, colorful parts of mail or words in the mail or magazines that make you happy. And, you know, just try to get some of those down. Here's a little page I made. This little girl. You know, just to put some stuff down to make you happy and just enjoy the process of gluing stuff down without giving yourself the pressure of having to make a particular composition. You know what I'm saying? Just to glue. And like I said, I'm going to put the link to Janet's channel below. If you haven't subscribed to her channel, do, because she is just such a lovely lady. I think you'll enjoy her videos. Plus, she's got a lot of tutorials and good ideas and stuff like this. So guys, that's it. My little journal, a little bit more play in there. I'm probably going to turn the camera on and just keep working on this. I just love this journal, even if it had nothing in it, because of the variety of papers I've used and sizes of paper and everything. I just love this journal. So, yep, that's it, guys. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you love to glue things together. Obviously, I didn't use hoarding amounts of stuff from my little bin, but that's okay, because eventually this will all get used up. So, guys, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And until the next video, I hope that you all are truly blessed. Bye-bye.